If you have tried every diet that came along, low fat, low carb, counting every calorie like your body is a math problem, and your clothes still fit the same way they did before you started, let me tell you something. No one has had the honesty to say, you were never the problem. The problem is that everything you were taught about staying slim after 50 came from people who make money when you stay confused. A different answer has been sitting quietly in Japan for centuries. The older women in my village do not own a bathroom scale. They do not read food labels. And most of them are the same size at 75 that they were at 50. They follow 10 unspoken rules, passed from mother to daughter, grandmother to granddaughter, that no Western doctor has ever written on a prescription pad. And rule number 1, the most important of all, is something so simple you will not believe no one told you sooner. Let me walk you through all 10. We start at number 10 and work our way down to the one that changes everything. Number 10, stop before you are full. In Japan, we have a saying that has been passed down for as long as anyone can remember. Eat until you are 80% full, not stuffed, not even satisfied the way the West means it, just 80%. That little bit of space you leave in your stomach is not hunger. It is breathing room. It lets your body digest without strain. It lets the signal travel from your belly to your brain in time to say, that is enough. Every older woman I know stops eating while the food still tastes good. She does not push through to the last bite. She sets her chopsticks down and lets the meal settle. No willpower needed. No white knuckling. Just a quiet habit that keeps portions honest without ever counting a single thing. Number 9, make the plate small and make it beautiful. In the West, food comes on one big plate and the goal is to finish it. In Japan, a meal comes in small bowls and tiny dishes, 5 or 6 of them, each one holding something different. Your eyes see variety. Your brain feels abundance. But the actual amount of food is half of what a Western plate holds. This is not a trick. It is the way meals have always been served in my village. When the dish is small and beautiful, you eat slower. You notice what you are tasting, and you stop sooner because the experience feels complete even though the volume is small. Number 8, warm soup at the start of every meal. This is the one that surprises people the most when they visit Japan. Before the rice, before the fish, before anything else, there is a bowl of warm miso soup. It fills the stomach gently with liquid. It takes the sharp edge off hunger before the main food even arrives. By the time you pick up your chopsticks for the rest of the meal, you are already calm. You are not eating from desperation. You are eating from a settled place. And a person who eats from a settled place always eats less than a person who sits down starving. The women in my village have started every single meal this way since they were children. It is so normal to them they do not even think of it as a strategy. But it is one of the most powerful ones on this list. And the next rule is the one most Western experts will never tell you because there is no product to sell with it. Number 7, walk everywhere. Not on a treadmill, not in a gym. Just walk to the places you need to go. The older women in Japan do not exercise the way the West talks about exercise. They do not put on special shoes and drive to a building to move their bodies for an hour. They walk to the market. They walk to the temple. They walk to visit a neighbor. They climb the steps in their own homes 10 times a day without thinking about it. This kind of movement does not feel like effort. It feels like life, and that is exactly why it works year after year after year. No one quits walking to the store the way they quit a gym membership in February. The best exercise for your body after 50 is the kind you would never think to call exercise. Number 6, drink green tea instead of snacking. Between meals, the women in my village do not reach for a bag of something crunchy. They pour a cup of green tea. The warmth settles the stomach. The ritual fills the moment. The small amount of natural caffeine lifts the energy just enough to carry them to the next meal without reaching for food they do not need. This is not about denying yourself a snack. It is about giving yourself something better in that moment. A warm cup in your hands, a quiet pause in the afternoon. The craving passes because the body was never really hungry. It was restless. And tea answers restlessness in a way that crackers never will. But what I am about to share with you next is something even most people in Japan do not fully understand, and it has everything to do with the kind of food your body actually holds on to. Number 5, eat what the season gives you. The women in my village do not eat strawberries in December. They do not eat pumpkin in April. They eat what is ripe right now, in this season, in this region. And this matters more than people realize. When food is in season, it is at its peak. The nutrients are highest. The flavor is strongest. The body recognizes it and uses it well. When food is shipped from the other side of the world and ripened in a warehouse, the body gets the calories but misses the life inside the food. Eating with the seasons is not trendy in Japan. It is just the way it has always been. And the body rewards it quietly, the way the body rewards everything that is natural. Not with a dramatic result, but with a slow, steady evenness that builds over decades. Number 4. Eat something fermented every single day? This is where most of the West has no idea what it is missing. In Japan, fermented foods are not a health fad. They are the oldest part of the table. Pickled vegetables, fermented soybean paste, fermented rice bran. These are the foods that have been sitting on Japanese tables for hundreds and hundreds of years. And they do something nothing else on this list can do. They feed the living world inside your gut. That world is what decides how your body handles every single thing you eat. When it is fed well, the body stays lean. When it is starved, the body holds on to everything. I have watched this pattern in my village for 60 years. The people who eat something fermented every day carry their weight differently than the people who do not. And that is not a small thing. Every year that goes unattended, the gut gets a little quieter, a little less able to do what it once did without help. Most people never notice until the change has been sitting for a long time. But this next rule is the one that took me the longest to explain to the people who come to me from the West because it goes against everything they have been told. Number 3, do not fear the rice. In the West, rice is the first thing people cut. They have been told that carbohydrates are the enemy. But the women in my village have eaten a small bowl of white rice with every meal for their entire lives. Every meal, and they are slim. The difference is the amount and the company it keeps. A small bowl of rice eaten with vegetables, with soup, with fermented pickles inside a slow and quiet meal. That is not the same as a mountain of bread eaten fast in front of a screen. The rice is not the problem. The way the West eats is the problem. One of the people who came to me, a woman named Diane, 67, retired teacher from Portland, she had cut out every carbohydrate for 3 years, 3 full years. She was tired all the time. Her sleep was broken, and she had not lost a single pound. When I told her to eat a small bowl of rice with her meals again, she looked at me like I was out of my mind. But within 6 weeks, something shifted. Her energy came back. Her sleep deepened. And her body began to soften in the places it had been holding tight for years. She told me it felt like her body had been waiting for permission to relax. I hear that same sentence in different words from almost everyone who comes to me. The body is not your enemy. It has just been given the wrong instructions. Number 2, never eat in a rush. Sit down. Put both feet on the floor. Hold your chopsticks or your fork with intention. Chew slowly enough that you can taste every single bite. In my village, meals are not something you do while you do something else. Meals are the thing you are doing. When you eat fast, the body does not have time to register what it received. It asks for more before the first plate has even been processed. When you eat slowly, the body catches up. It tells you when it has enough, and you hear it because you are paying attention. This one habit by itself changes how much a person eats without changing what they eat. I have seen it happen hundreds of times. Slow the meal down, and the body finds its own portion. No app, no scale, no list, just presence. And that brings me to the last rule on this list, the one I saved for the end because it is the one that holds all the others in place. Number 1, feed your gut every single day. Everything I have told you, the small plates, the soup, the walking, the green tea, the fermented pickles, the slow meals, all of it works better when the gut is alive and balanced. The gut is the center of it all. It is where your body decides what to store and what to burn. It is where your energy is made. It is where the signals go out to every other part of you. Your sleep, your mood, your weight, your skin. When the gut has what it needs, good living bacteria, the fiber those bacteria eat, and the healing compounds they make once they are fed, the whole body steadies itself. This is what the older women in my village have known without ever putting it into words. The food is not just for the body. The food is for the life inside the body. And when that life is strong, staying slim is not something you chase. It is just what happens. This is what I give the people who come to me. A daily kombucha practice, the way it has been done in my tradition for as long as anyone can remember. I make my own kombucha at home because I have the time and the knowledge. But for everyone watching online who can't brew their own, I give BoochBod Kombucha Gummies. The link is in the description, or you can search BoochBod Kombucha Gummies on Amazon. The people who have done this tell me things that still move me after all these years. They say they wake up lighter, not just in the body, but in the mind. They say the bloating they carried for years just quietly left. They say they stopped thinking about food all day because the cravings went quiet on their own. One woman told me she fit into a dress she had kept in her closet for 9 years, and she cried when she zipped it up, not because of the dress, because she finally believed her own body was still listening. Diane, the retired teacher from Portland, she still writes to me. She walks to the farmer's market every Saturday morning now. She buys what is in season. She makes a small, beautiful meal for herself when she gets home. She eats it slowly with a cup of tea at her kitchen table with the window open. She told me that for the first time in 20 years, she is not fighting her body anymore. They are on the same side. That road is open for you too. It does not matter if you are 55 or 70 or 80. The body still knows how to do this. It has been waiting, patiently, quietly, to be given what it needs. You are not too late. You are never too late. If this reached you today, share it with someone you love who needs to hear it. Subscribe to this channel so you do not miss what is coming next. And leave me a comment below. I read every single comment on this channel. Until next time.